Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode here on NRV Outdoors. I've fished with this bait a whole lot, and you guys have been asking for a more in-depth how-to on how to target trout with them, and that would be salmon eggs, guys. Today I've got Pautzke salmon eggs here, balls of fire, and several different colors and assortments. And what I want to do for you guys today is just simply talk about all of the techniques that I like to use with these baits here to target these bigger trout, do a little 101, a little bit of an informative video, and just have a good time. So stay tuned and stick around, and let's just pull on some biggins. All right, guys. Now, when it comes to salmon egg fishing, my top technique, and the one you will see me use most often, is a simple trout magnet rig and a float. And these trout magnet rigs are weighted at 1/64 ounce, and they take down a salmon egg just perfectly and suspend it in the water column. And this little jig head oftentimes doesn't affect the bite at all. So we're going to pop this on a few Pautzke balls of fire right onto this hook here, and we're just going to see if we can pick one up right quickly out of this stretch here. So stay tuned, stick around, and let's see what we can do. For my first color, I want to use these yellow jacket balls of fire here. These are the smaller cans you can get at most stores, including Walmart. We're just going to pop one out of here. Now all we're going to do to rig this up is we're going to take our 1/64 ounce trout magnet head, and we're just going to run our egg right up on it just like that. And we're going to see if they'll take just one. And if they won't take just one, then we'll cover the hook with the second one. But oftentimes, just that one will get you a bite. So let's go ahead and cast out and see if we can pick this one up. All right, so we made a few drifts with a single egg. So we're going to go ahead and pop us out another one here. And we're just going to rig it up the same way we did that first one. Just so that all of our hook is covered up by eggs there, just like so. Got him on. He liked them yellow jackets. Yes, he did. He didn't take it with just a single, but as soon as we added that double egg, this one right here took it. Heck yeah. Pretty fish. She is fighting. Oh, there she comes to the surface. Dipping back down. Beautiful big rainbow trout. Pulling just a little bit of drag. Now let's see if we can swing her. She swam herself right on into the net for us, just perfect. Gotta let her fight in the net. She's awfully feisty. All right, guys. And that one right there took the yellow jacket's balls of fire. She absolutely slurped it. That was a double egg technique on the trout magnet rig. So let's go ahead and switch up techniques, and let's get back after it. All right, let's let this big beauty go. There she goes. Heck yeah. All right, guys, for our second technique, I just rigged up a single salmon egg hook here. Very, very tiny little hook. Just above it, we've got a tiny little split shot weight. And then way up the line there is our trout magnet float. And this is my second favorite. It's just a little bit less effective as a trout magnet rig, in my opinion, but this is the most commonly used technique. So let's go on ahead and pop an egg on here. We're just going to pop on one, and we're going to cast out and see if we can pick one up on this style. On the single hook, I'm going to be rigging up a single orange deluxe balls of fire here by Pautzke. We're just going to be grabbing out one on the single salmon egg hook, hence the word single salmon egg. And all we want to do here is just simply take it and run it up through the hook and have it exposed just slightly, just like that. So let's pop this out here and see how effective this technique will be for us. All right, guys, we made a few drifts with the single orange and we've had no luck. A little tip I'd like to add in is that if you add more than one color, oftentimes orange and yellow or yellow and red, it seems to get bit. So we're going to pop on one single yellow jacket just over top of this orange deluxe, and we're just going to fully cover our hook to where you just can't see it anymore at all, just like so. And we're going to see if they kind of like to double down. A lot of times they do. There he is, biggin'. He loved that double down. That's a biggin'. Let's loosen up this drag. We don't want to lose him. There we go. Oh, biggin'. Absolute stud fish. He's jumping and kicking. Man, is he ever fighting. Right along the surface over there. Gorgeous. To this little rod, it feels like I'm hung up on a rock until it starts moving. It's unreal. Gorgeous fish. He took that bobber down. We added that yellow jacket on there with that orange deluxe on our simple little split shot and float rig, and this big girl had to have it. Yes, she did. We're getting her a little bit closer to us. She's still got plenty of fight left in her. Yes, she does. Let's see if we can turn her and slide her into this net. All right, guys. Heck yeah. Look at that big old beauty. She's got that single salmon egg hook right in the corner of the mouth here, right where you want it. We're just going to take it and pinch it, pop it out there. Oh, it was in there good. She was not coming off. Calm down, girl. All right, there we go. Got our single salmon egg hook out there. She actually got it out for us. Absolute gorgeous fish. We put on that that yellow jacket on there with that orange deluxe, and she slurped it right on down. She's another really nice fish. Let's let her go. There she goes. Heck yeah, guys. All right, guys, so you've seen my two most deadly techniques, and the third technique is pretty much the same thing as the second one. All we've got is a single salmon egg hook here, about 6 or 8 inches. We've got a split shot weight, and that's it. All we do is we cast these out with our egg here, and we allow this to bounce along the bottom. And this is by far the best technique for bottom fishing that I have found. And this is fluorocarbon line. This line will sink and kind of get in between the rocks. So we're going to pop us on egg on here. And we're just going to cast out here and let it roll around. And we're going to try to get us one more. All right, guys, for this technique, we're going to be popping on some of these Balls of Fire gold label. These are red colored with some gold sparkles. And it's probably my favorite for fishing along the bottom. They are slightly smaller than the ones that we've seen previously in this video, those orange deluxe and those yellow jackets, but they are just as effective, especially when you've got clear water like we've got today. Those little glitter particles, they sparkle really well down there. The red color shows up really nicely, and the fish just move over towards it. It's a really nice bottom bait, and all we do is we pop on 3 of those just like that. We've got our simple little split shot, and we're just going to cast it out here and let it bounce along the bottom and see if we can get us one more. Make our first cast in here and just let those eggs go down to the bottom. Once it's made its way down, you just reel it back up, and you cast it back out, and you repeat. Now, guys, when it comes to brands, the options are really limitless out there as far as, you know, salmon egg manufacturers. But I would highly recommend and suggest to any angler to go with the Pautzke Balls of Fire salmon eggs. And if you're in an area that, you know, that they're kind of sticklers on artificial, or you know you cannot use a live salmon egg, Pautzke also makes fireballs, which are excellent artificial salmon eggs that are scented and colored just like the real thing. So if you're looking for a salmon egg company, I would highly recommend checking out Pautzke. They are an excellent brand of salmon egg. They also have a YouTube channel. I'll leave a link down below so you can watch some of their videos. They've got a lot more in-depth detail about how to fish these eggs. And you know, some of the techniques they use are just like this one, but they definitely have a lot to share. So I would go and check that out after you get done watching this video. I'll tell you what, guys, if we do not get a bite on this bottom drift right here, we're going to go ahead and pop ourselves a float back on. And to be completely honest with you, some days they do prefer it to be suspending in the water column and floating by. Today we've got super clear water, which in my opinion has got the fish kind of suspended in the water column, got their bellies up off the bottom, and they feel comfortable because they're able to see. So we're going to have to pop back on our float, I do believe, and drift by these fish in order to catch another one. And but do keep in mind that this technique is extremely effective when the water's up and when you're in fast moving water. And it's also extremely effective in lakes and ponds whenever you're able to cast it out and let it slow fall. And what you would do when you wanted to let it slow fall is you would just simply remove that sinker weight there. The density of these eggs here will cause them to sink on their own. So in lakes and ponds, you just kind of cast it out in front of a dock or cast it out in front of maybe a down tree, and the trout will come out from under it and they'll get it as it's falling. There he is. We got him. Another nice one, guys. He absolutely smashed those small little Pautzke Balls of fire salmon eggs. Size does not matter when it comes to these eggs, guys. Surely doesn't. A lot of people prefer the big ones just because they cover the hook better, but size doesn't matter. I did have to pop the float back on. I just could not get them to take it off the bottom, but they are suspended today. The creek's up just a little bit and it's running pretty clear, so it's got them up off the bottom. Ooh, power. Pure power coming out of this fish. Alright, let's see if we can turn her right on around here. Looks like she wants to go back out away. Slide her right on in the net. Oh, she don't want to go in that net, guys. There we go. We got her. Heck yeah. Got this one on the smaller salmon eggs. There we go. Popped him right on off. Heck yeah. If you enjoyed this little 101 on salmon eggs, make sure you smash that like button. Leave a comment down below and let me know what kind of fish you guys like to target with salmon eggs, whether you guys like to fish for actual salmon with them or trout, brown trout, brooks, or what have you. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. But until next time, boys and girls, be safe and tight lines. All right, girl, we're gonna let you go.